Hey, welcome to Drop Zone, episode 5. Dylan, finally, we've got a drop zone.
We built this thing ourselves, and I love it.
Yeah, it took a lot of hard work. Now, you played some golf this weekend at a pretty well-known place.
I did. I made it out. I got a special invitation to Pine Valley, the #1 golf course in the world. I don't know if I'm even allowed to talk about it.
How was it? Come on.
It was weird out there, man. I mean, we're talking about the #1 ranked golf course. It's in New Jersey. It's not that far away. It's a couple hours from the city. It's all men.
Yeah,
there's
that's
not
awful.
a woman on the property except for Sunday afternoons, I guess. They bring women guests.
How inclusive.
But you just drive through kind of a normal neighborhood past a weird water park, and then you turn down an unmarked road. Boom, all of a sudden you're in Pine Valley. It is its own town,
How'd you
technically.
play?
I spent a lot of time in the woods,
Okay.
the bunkers. I don't think they had any drop zones there.
Lame.
But
Off-brand.
I birdied 18. That's all you need to know.
Good for you. What'd you shoot?
I shot 80.
All right. All right, this week in tinkering, the GOAT of tinkering, Padraig Harrington.
My man.
Yes, he's playing the Czech Masters. He finishes second, but he's got this ridiculous kind of, it looks kind of yippy looking swing.
It's a little bit of a hitch.
It's a little hitch. It's like an extended waggle. He takes the club back and kind of like pauses a little bit and then goes into his full takeaway. Like, have you ever seen anything like this on a golf course?
I mean, this is actually kind of normal for my dude Patty, because last year he was doing this thing where he swung all the way through the ball with like it was like he was kicking a soccer ball after he hit the ball. So this is even a little more normal, but I'm so into it.
He's taking his left foot off the ground.
Yeah, he's like a baseball player, but also like someone that has a mental block in their golf swing.
Yeah, now,
And
some
those
people-
two things are working together, though, I think, right?
Oh yeah, but I tweeted out the video. A couple people said that he's working with George Gankis, who's like a YouTube coach, who's a little bit different, but he's working for Padraig Harrington. People are calling this a leverage mechanism.
Do you know what that means?
I don't know what that
He's
means.
getting more swing speed. I don't know exactly what's happening. I think what it looks like is happening is whatever is happening when Patty normally stands over the ball and gets afraid to hit it or doesn't like the way it looks, this is helping him get through that. And I'm guessing in a couple months, we're gonna see him doing something else weird.
This is just how he plays. Like for him, it's like fixing one problem to get to the next problem, to fix that to get to the next one.
It's working though. He had one top 50 this year before we saw this swing and play. He finished second last week on the European Tour.
I feel like I need to add this to my game. I love it.
Yeah, man, just keep trying new things. This week in Respect the Office, I was in New Jersey at the Northern Trust on Sunday. After Tiger's 4th round, he was asked 3 questions about President Trump.
Oh, politics.
And he
Wait,
didn't
Dylan,
really...
Dylan, please, stick to sports.
See, people have been saying that a lot. People have been saying that a lot about
You need
this.
to stick to sports.
Because people were upset that Tiger was asked about Trump. What do you think?
I think people don't have a reason to really be upset. If you know Tiger Woods, and if you know how this game works, you know that Tiger doesn't say much. You know that he's a bit robotic when it comes to his press conferences. People actually pay bingo based off of the things he says, feels, trage, it is what it is. He's not going to say much. But people are also freaking out about the fact that these questions were asked, which is also wrong because...
Look, you and I have both tried to get quotes from Tiger Woods. You can't do it. You're not going to really get access to Tiger Woods, even if you're me to you from him.
Yeah.
He's probably not interested in talking.
He once ignored me. I was like, Tiger, 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 and he turned me, hey. Like 3 times, you to me away. So like, this is how he works.
So if you want a quote from Tiger, I'm guessing this New York Times reporter was in the crowd all week, thought, oh yeah, at some point I'll get Tiger. I'll be able to ask him about President Trump, about his relationship. Look, President Trump comes from the same world as Tiger Woods. They live near each other in Florida. They spend a lot of time on similar golf courses. They play golf together. They have business dealings together. He is a very relevant person to ask about the most influential man in the world. But I understand it's kind of weird to ask him after his last round on Sunday, but I think that it was the last chance to ask him anything before he skips town.
Yeah, the bottom line of this whole thing is that it is okay. It is okay for Tiger to answer this way. It might disappoint you, mainly because Tiger Woods has a foundation that focuses on lifting up minority children. And this seems a little bit hypocritical, but that's his own prerogative. It is okay for him to maybe show what's up his sleeve politically. And he kind of did that by having more of a non-answer.
Look, people expect Tiger to be everything to everyone, and he is not that.
He could be. He could be more, but he's not.
He's not. And to expect anything different at this point, I mean, it would be shocking if he had said something surprising in response to these questions.
That's just the state of this game politically.
You know what he
Pro
said?
golfers are conservatives.
He's hungry. We've seen plenty of other guys say this. We've seen Rory McIlroy said it after he played with Trump. He said, respect the office. Jay Monahan said, respect the office.
Yeah.
At the President's Cup, there are all these different presidents around. They were all chummy with the different players. But you didn't see anyone taking any sort of stance. I don't think they see the gain in it.
This week in playoffs?
Playoffs?
Playoffs! There's an AP report this week that came out about the future of the FedEx Cup playoffs. And essentially all of the tour season-long events that contribute FedEx Cup points are going to build to the Tour Championship. And in that Tour Championship, we're going to have 30 players, and they're all going to be given various slots. And now the person in first will have a 10-stroke lead on the person in 30th. So yeah, it's a bit weird, but I love it, because if you think about it, the PGA Tour has a checklist of things. They're trying to drum up excitement, one. They're trying to give something in between the final major of the year and the Ryder Cup, two. They're trying to elevate FedEx, who is their core sponsor, who has probably sponsored them worth of billions of dollars over the past decade. Three, you're getting more money for the players to play for. Like, you have all the check boxes checked.
They definitely, it sounds like they're going to get more money.
What are they missing?
Instead of $10 million for first prize, it's going to be $15 million.
So what's your problem with it? I love it.
I don't know. If they're going to get weird with it, which this is a little bit weird, I wish they would even get a little weirder. You know, you said this is like the leader getting 10 mulligans. I like that idea. Give the guy in first 10 mulligans. Let's see what he does there. I don't know, man. It's not a major. It's not the Ryder Cup. It doesn't have any of the history of those things. People don't get invested in it.
But
plus, they are so obviously not satisfied with it that they just change it every year. So,
but it will be worth a PGA Tour victory. So what you could see happen is that the guy who's played the best all year long gets this head start and plays average golf and still wins and gets a PGA Tour victory from it. That is probably the weirdest aspect.
That is pretty weird, but it doesn't necessarily intrigue me. And what really doesn't intrigue me is this $10 to $15 million jump. And that's a big thing for FedEx, not for me, the viewer
Dylan
at
is
home.
not intrigued by $15 million.
No.
All right, guest time here in the drop zone. Another player, Paul Casey. What's happening?
We're in the, where's the state?
We're in the drop zone.
Not exactly.
So I feel like I've hit a bad shot to be here.
No, you're in a good spot right now. It's been quite the year for you, though. You had your first win on tour in quite a while. Best memory from that?
Yeah, first win since '09, Shell Houston Open. Best memory from the Valspar.
It's a tough question off the bat.
It was a big Valspar this year. There was a lot of hype going into it.
It was the kind of the, you know, Tiger made a move. Tiger was in contention rather than just, you know, we know Tiger's kind of back playing, but he had an opportunity to win. And
what part of you was like, okay, 2% of you like, okay, fine, I'll back down.
You
Tiger,
said you thought he
win.
was going to win going into the day,
Yeah,
and then you came in there and fired an early, what was it, 65
yeah,
on
see,
Sunday?
I'm so bad at, if people say players say, oh, I remember the golf shot I hit.
Yeah.
You know, Nicholas will recount, oh, I hit this wonderful 2-iron back in 1983, and I have no clue.
Yeah.
I can't remember, I can remember a few of the shots.
You
I don't
made a
remember
whole
what
bundle
I
of
shot.
birdies is what you did
I
on
think I
Sunday.
played poorly on Saturday. That meant I went out early on Sunday, an hour or so before the leaders. Great putts. Made a lot of key putts, which was the thing. And I got buddies of mine saying, you know, he didn't hit a green in like green in regulation last few holes. But what you got to remember is I missed it in the right spots.
Yeah.
So on 16, missed it way left, pin was right, loads of green to work with. 17, I hit the 8-iron, left it on the front edge, very simple 2-putt. Tiger, I think, hit like 6-iron. Made that amazing putt from the back of the green.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
And I missed it long on 18, which was actually the better place to miss it, because when you look at Patrick Reed, you know, he missed it just short and it rolled all the way back down that slope.
You got
and it
good
was
memory.
difficult.
What are you
I
saying?
know, this
Okay,
is pretty
so-
good. So you were waiting around for a while, though, before these guys came in. You had to leaderboard watch for it. What's that like?
It was, you know, by the time you've done a little bit of media and signed your scorecard and got back down to the where we have the locker room at down in Tampa is a little ways away from the 18th green, you know, that kills 20, 30 minutes. So it was probably only, I watched from 17 onwards for Tiger. So thinking, okay, this is looking like playoff. You got Patrick Reed, who obviously went on to win the Masters shortly after that, and you know, Tiger. I'm not going to dodge this bullet.
No.
You know, I feel like everything's going to come at me and one of them's going to hit me. I feel incredibly fortunate, but then I played some really great golf.
So that makes the whole year a success for you. If you get a tour win, or how do you kind of view it a year-wise?
You're always evaluating. So right now, you know, there's still more to be done. There's still opportunities. You know, I don't know when you're putting this out, but we've got FedEx to go, and you know, hopefully Touchwood Ryder Cup qualification isn't done, and I'm on the outside because my points from last year didn't count because I only just rejoined the European Tour beginning of the year. So I'm in that. I wish my point. Yeah. So there's a lot going on, and so you don't sit back and go, it's a great season until it's over.
Now, I know Dylan wants to ask you, because he's really deep in the weeds on
I want
equipment.
to clear the air here on the Tommy Fleetwood situation. This is your chance. You said Tommy, all right, so to intro it a little bit, Tommy is out of Nike irons. You have a set of Nike irons that he wants. You said he hasn't made a good enough offer yet.
It's okay, I'll get to the point. We both used a Nike blade, which was the VR blade made by obviously Titleist. They were kind of, to get detailed, I think they were endo forgings out of Japan, finished by the great Mike Taylor, who now has a company called Artisan Golf.
They're pretty.
In Texas, and they are beautiful.
Yes.
Tiger used a version of those, and Tommy's still using his set. I have a brand new set, but they have PC stamped in the back.
Oh.
And I kind of wanted them, literally, they were just so beautiful.
Yeah.
It was, am I going to use these things post kind of Nike exiting equipment business? And I chose not to use them, and the story got out. In fairness, Tommy doesn't want them because he knows they've got PC stamped on them. And he could go to Mike Taylor and get another set ground for him, because I believe Mike's got some blanks that he could do that. But the story keeps going. So it's one of these.
Are you here to bury it, though? Are you ready to bury this story?
Yeah, it's done.
All right.
It's done. Before we let you go, you're a big cyclist. I'm just curious about your training. Does that do anything to your golf game, to your golf body?
It can. For me, yeah, I mean, the only, I guess, the detrimental thing would be crashing. I've been banned from snowboarding after dislocating that.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Who makes that call?
Well, that was Nike back in the day.
right.
I banned from extreme sports, so I just don't do extreme cycling. But I'm not sure how you define that.
All right.
Let's
We
keep
won't
you in
tell.
good shape.
So
But-
it's the detriment would be crashing. I guess the hips could get a little tight, but I'm pretty diligent on keeping those stretched out.
Well, this is a very safe spot.
That's
For me,
right.
it's-
You're in the
it's
drop
the
zone.
release,
As
so-
long as you stay in the drop zone, we appreciate you coming on here at the Titleist Shoot. Paul, thanks for being with us.
Thank you, guys.
All right, time for the quick six.
The quick six.
I know, this is Dylan's favorite segment. Number one, Tony Romo, your boy, shot 72 in the first round of Web.com Tour Q School pre-qualifying. What are the chances he actually gets out of pre-qualifying?
Not great. 54 holes is a lot, but I'm pulling for my man Tony. Number two, Tiger versus Phil, reportedly going to go for $24.99 on pay-per-view. Is that the right number?
I don't know what the right number is, but I think anyone who's going to pay $10 is probably willing to fork over another $15. I will definitely be expensing it. Number three, Seth Waugh is the new PGA of America CEO. Your thoughts?
I don't know too much about Seth. I know he's Deutsche Bank, but I know he's got a great head of hair. Looking pretty good for an older guy. Honestly, it feels like a bit of a slap in the face to Pete Bavacqua to bring in a guy with a little mane like that. Number four, Bryson DeChambeau threw out the first pitch at Yankee Stadium on Monday night. Grade his effort.
He could do so much better. I'm giving him a B-. Like, it was kind of a strike, but it was like an eephus pitch. That thing had a lot of loop to it.
Harsh.
Bryson do better. Number five, Brooke Henderson was serenaded by the fans on the 18th green with "Oh Canada." You thought that was the best part of the week?
Oh, it was awesome. Best national anthem in the world. Brooke Henderson winning her National Open in front of the Canadian fans. That was the perfect golf moment. Number six, Eddie Pepperell gave his lob wedge to a fan this week. He said one fan was cheering for him, didn't give him a ball or a glove, he gave him his wedge. Is there anyone we want more on the cooler in the drop zone than Eddie Pepperell?
No, because clearly Eddie Pepperell gives no Fs.
He's got some takes.
I want him to bring that right here, sit on the cooler with us, have a good time, Eddie.
Come find us, Eddie. Come on, join us.
Seriously. All right, that's it for episode 5. Thanks to Paul Casey for joining us in the drop zone.
Next week, we're going to have U.S. Ryder Cup team member Webb Simpson sitting right here.
Yes, another Ryder Cupper. That's it for episode 5. We'll find you back here next Thursday.